Hello and welcome to day 45 of 361 Lifeline. And today it's all about controlling your temper. So, all the way through my life, I've had a really terrible temper, and the last decade or so it's mellowed as I've got older. But are you somebody who struggles with their temper? And even if I don't lose my temper now, I can feel the anger rising up. This is something that really, really does get a lot better with age, that it tends to sort of like calm down. But in the last 2 days, I had three really good successes. I was at the post office, and I won't go into the details, but I ended up sort of feeling myself getting really, really angry. And the old me would have really shouted at this woman, and I could feel steam coming out of my ears and nose. So, okay, I've still got a long way to go, but I didn't say anything. And then I had to return to her and I still didn't say anything. So, for me, that's a plus. And then someone was winding me up last night really badly. And instead of doing my usual kind of shouting at them, which I have done for a couple of decades, I just closed my door on them and I was really silent, and it kind of worked because it didn't get the reaction they wanted. And then again this morning there was another provocation and I just didn't rise to it, and I decided not to connect. So I did some journaling on it and it came up with this system for myself that might be useful for you. Number one was remember. So remember what's happened every time you've reacted like that in the past. And then number two, recognize. So recognize in these cases how upset the other person's going to be if you shout at them, and also how upset and worked up you're going to be for a long time after. And then number three, disconnect. And so I realized that each of those times I'd recognized my own issue, or how I would create emotional damage for myself or others, and then I'd been able to disconnect. Obviously, I'm a work in progress, so I'm not always going to be able to do this, but at least I've got myself a little plan now, and hopefully it'll be useful for you. I think it involves being a bit older, but it involves just kind of like trying to control that part of you that you may have genetically to lose your temper, and to disconnect from it all. And you know what the plus side was? I didn't have 24 hours of trying to damage an invitation, what I'd done, what I'd said to people, having to go through it again and again and again. I didn't lose any time for my tutoring, and I didn't lose any peace of mind. I actually gained peace of mind. So it's worth a try, isn't it?